Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Anti-Procrastination Day, and this is the day of the week that we tackle something that we've been putting off. And we all have those things in our homes. This morning on the blog, I wrote about something that I know many of you probably have not dealt with in quite some time, and that's decluttering expired medications, medications that you're not taking any longer, vitamins and supplements that have expired. Yes, I'm talking about decluttering in the medicine cabinet or wherever it is that you store your medications and your supplements. I don't store mine in the bathroom in the cabinet for a couple of reasons. One is there's a lot of moisture in the bathroom, and the other is I don't want medications accessible by my children. So I keep them on a high shelf in a box, and then I get them down when I need to take my vitamins or if I need to get one of our medications out. So I have a little bit different storage than I normally do. For some of you, you may keep your medications in the bathroom. Good morning, Tammy and Marge. Great to see both of you. But one thing I want to talk to you about, especially in getting rid of expired medications, is doing it safely. You don't want to harm the environment. You don't want to harm any pets or animals or your children. So what I did several years ago whenever I was working with a hospice nurse is she taught me how to get rid of medications and dispose of them properly where they would not harm anything. So I took a gallon-sized zipper bag, a couple of scoops of kitty litter, poured water in there, and then emptied the pill bottles into that. Squished it around a little bit, let it absorb, added more water if I felt like it needed some more water, and just let that break it down. Then kept the bag sealed, trashed it just like that. It took care of medications that I knew I could not flush. It did not need to go into a water system, whether it be city sewage or a septic tank. It did not just need to go straight into the trash can. So that's what she taught me to do. And you may not have kitty litter at home, but you can also use baking soda and water, or you can use some used coffee grounds and some extra water. There are a couple of other things that you can use in place of the kitty litter. Kitty litter is made to absorb and clump up, and it works really well if you happen to have it on hand. And I actually keep it on hand because sometimes we need that if we have a little bit of a spill that has oil in it. It'll soak it right up. So I do keep a small bag of kitty litter on hand, even though we don't have a cat. It is something that is a nice all-purpose thing to have around. Sometimes the boys work on a car or change the oil in the yard, and we can sprinkle that on the ground if a little bit of oil happens to splash over. So having that around is not a bad thing. If you have unexpired medications, prescriptions that were given to you that just didn't work for you and they've not yet expired, call around and see if there's a pharmacy that has a recycling program where they dispose of them. See if there's a free medical clinic in your area that accepts unexpired medications in the original container. I've donated that way whenever the boys were really sick one winter and I had quite a bit of their nebulizer supplies on hand, and then we just didn't use them all. Before they expired, I took them to a walk-in clinic and gave them to the director because they had a pharmacy there, and they were able to use those for a patient who really needed them, and I didn't have to try to dispose of them. So if you do have unexpired medications and you don't know what else to do with them, make some phone calls. See if there is something you can do that could benefit somebody else. I don't suggest that you do a lot of posting on social media and telling people you're getting rid of your medications. That could cause you some problems. But you can make some phone calls and see if there's a place that takes your unexpired medicines. Check your supplements. Supplements have a shelf life. If you're taking a certain supplement and then you stop for some reason, don't just let it hang out there in the cabinet. Get rid of it if it's not something you're using any longer. You don't want to hang on to some of these things, number one, because they take up valuable space. Number two, after their expiration dates, they're not as good as they were. They may not be as effective. They may actually do some harm. So go through that and get rid of it. Let me know in the comments what you find is the oldest thing that you need to get rid of in your medicine cabinet. I actually looked last night after I wrote my blog post, and I found a liquid bottle of Tylenol that had expired in 2017. So not horribly old, but old enough it needed to go, and my children are too big for liquid medication, especially liquid Tylenol, so just got rid of that. It's gone. You may be surprised that you've got some that have expired long past. So let me know down in the comments what you find today. For your home blessing today, we're going to wipe windows and mirrors. This is a really quick mission. It should not take you very long. Have a wet cloth and a dry cloth and hit the smudges. One of my ladies that I talked to has a pet and a small child, and she says she does her big glass door once a week, but in between there's prints. I have the same thing. My children are not as small, but I have an outdoor dog, and it's a little mini Dachshund, so there's all kinds of little nose prints along the bottom glass of my kitchen window. I wipe it once a week and move on. I don't let it stress me out or worry me. It's not in my line of view looking out the window. It's just down there low. At one point we had a goat who never stayed in the pasture. It was a little mini goat. Thought it was a dog. It liked to come to the front porch, eat the dog food, drink the dog water, and I had little goat prints on the door. Still just took care of it once a week. I'm not a perfectionist about cleaning my house. It looks like people live here. I do my home blessings once a week and I move on. Now we do sweep more regularly because we have laminate floor and live in the country, and the boys do sometimes track in dirt. So we may sweep more often than once a week, but I don't keep redoing my other home blessings. I know that somebody needs to vacuum for me today with our one little area rug. I noticed it was needing a little attention. So I'll probably assign that today for somebody to vacuum the area rug. We'll hit the windows and mirrors, be done. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes for all three of those actually. Dinner tonight is going to be stir fry. We're going to have chicken stir fry and vegetables. So I'm going to get my stir fry vegetables out before the chicken gets added, and that's how I'll stay with my plan tonight. Eat what the family is and avoid the meat. Probably for the boys, I'll fix a side of rice to go with that. Boys need fillers. And if you have boys, you understand exactly what I'm saying. Whenever you cook a meal, you have an entree, and then you have a carb for boys because it fills them up and it's not as expensive as your meat proteins. So I typically will have rice or potatoes or macaroni or something, pasta, for them to have on the side with whatever our main meal is. Let me know down here in the comments what you have going on today. Are you working on something you've been procrastinating? Are you dressed to the lace-up shoes? That's our habit of the month. Are you doing that one? Let me know what it is you're working on that you're having a hard time with. I want you to have a fantastic day and deal with that medicine cabinet or box of supplements or however it is you store those, and get rid of those things that have expired. I will see you guys in the morning. We're getting ready to start our school day after a nice little light snow this morning. So it's not really a snow day around here. It was just enough snow to cover the ground. I'll post a picture in the comments. You guys get a kick out of my southern snow when you live up north and you got several inches. And here we are with just a little bitty dusting. Good morning, Ellie. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to talking to you sometime soon. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.